We did it!
Yay! We did it! Amazing, Christina. Thank you so much for making the time, even though being late. But I'm sure that we will have amazing content with you. First of all, let me start off with presenting Christina. Christina is a great friend of mine that I met, can you believe, 4 years back. And then for these 4 years back, we have done amazing projects at the hotel where I was working. So we did retreats together. And then we did as well a lot of workshops. Plus, she was doing a lot of workshops herself on emotional intelligence, sleep talk for kids, neuro-linguistic programming, and hypnosis. And she is such a person that you need to have in life, especially, you know, in those times when you rely upon somebody and you need him or her to be always there for you. So, Christina. So thank you so much for your dedication, loyalty, Christina, throughout the years, and really such a great pleasure to have you. And also, I'm really sorry that you are far away from me, from my physical body, but mentally you are, and emotionally you are in my heart. So thank you for joining me tonight on a lovely session on energy techniques, on releasing stress and anxiety. That is done in collaboration with the World Wellness Weekend. That has a flagship event on the 19th and 20th of September. And so we encourage all of you who wants to join that World Wellness Weekend. We are planning to celebrate not only on the 19th and 20th with complimentary wellness activities, but also before and after that. So all of you over there that are watching, so please join us also prior that event. We want basically to boost and promote wellness around the world internationally. And we want to encourage more and more people to take care of their health and well-being. And this is where we are here. And by the way, something also very interesting. We are just finishing up a retreat with Christina and one more lovely lady, Tatiana. So stay tuned for our latest retreat that is going to be of 2 parts. So part 1, which is the basic, and part 2, which is more advanced, with a lot of techniques on mindfulness, yoga, fitness, as well as self-awareness. What else, Christina? What I'm missing from the retreat?
I think you covered it all. It's all in one. It's mind, body, spirit connection, reconnected to the power within. So all the ingredients to allow everyone that is joining us to get back inside and reclaim that power that is there and it's waiting to reconnect back.
Yeah, reconnect with your inner power and strength. And this is a retreat that we are developing that is possible for you to purchase and then just to enjoy at any time, but especially very good during the time of a full moon, because this was our first intention when we've created it. So thank you so much for all of you being here and all of you that are watching afterwards. So Christina, why we don't start? What you have cooked and prepared for us tonight?
So the cooking was about anxiety and stress and tools that we have handy all the time with us to release it, to disrupt it, and to rewire, reprogram our brain for the better. So I just wanted to explain a bit in a simple way of understanding that is during uncertain times where it's a lot of uncertainty. We don't even know what's happening, a lot of what's happening, and we get overwhelmed. We get into that process of what if? What if tomorrow I will not have the job? What if my kids are not safe? Inside of our body, it's a stress hormone and it's a stress feeling that it's happening. Our body gets tense, we get tense, and we get into that loop of unuseful thoughts. I like to call it unuseful instead of negative, because are neither good or bad, are unuseful. So when we go onto that spiral, and we create a lot of tension, and through that tension, through that stress, the cortisol level is increasing in our body. And in an increased cortisol level, it's having a lot of impact in an unuseful way in our well-being. So it's affecting our health, It's also said that the cortisol levels is going to lower your immune system, is going to create a lot of, on a long run, the bone loss with and osteoporosis. It's giving headaches and many unwanted health issues if we keep on having it on a long run. So coming back to anxiety, I would like to ask you, for example, if we take the label of the word anxiety, what's actually underneath that? So what do we have once we replace the word? What if we go inside? What's happening with us actually? We are in a process of what if about the future. We are fearful.
Correct. It's all about the future. Yeah.
So anxiety, it's about the future, what might happen in the future.
Yes.
All the
what scary thing can happen in the future.
Exactly. All those stories that it's dragging us down with and putting us in a very doubtful position about ourselves. So it's a fear that we have.
Yeah.
And actually, I liked what once a wise person said. If you take the word fear, what's actually the fear? It's false evidence appearing real. So none of what you have thought, it's real, because it's projected somewhere into the future. That did not even happen. And those thoughts that are creating the stress, either it's imagined or real, your body perceives it, and mind and brain is perceiving it as already real, already happening. You are entering into that state of flight or fight response. And that stress hormone is released, and the spiral is going down. So we have tools, so many tools that I would like to share with you, that we can interrupt that pattern. So one of those is to coming back to the present moment. When you catch yourself going down into that spiral, take a deep breath, step back, and the tool that we always have with us is our breathing. So connect your breathing. If you can touch your chest or your belly and breathe in and out normally, just by connecting with yourself there. See how your body is feeling, what's happening. Where do you have the tension in your body while you have that looping process of what if? So recognize it where in the body you have it. So once you have that, I learned from Tanya as well, a breathing process is the square breathing. So when you inhale for 4 times, hold it for 4 times, exhale slowly 4, hold it again 4, and we repeat it. Let's do it together. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, release it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, you can repeat the same pattern over and over 3, 4, 5 times for 1 minute or more, and you all of a sudden you'll feel more calm, more in control, more disconnected from that thought process. Because by the end of the day, this is also a learned habit to go into that loop. And the same way we learn it, we can unlearn it, we can reprogram it for the better. So once you manage to get out of that loop, to find yourself in a calmer, more relaxed place, replace it, rewire it with, let's say, a happy moment that you had in your mind. Close your eyes and bring to your memory a happy event, a gathering with a friend, with the family, a walk in the nature. Reconnect to that beautiful moment. And feel it. And feel the joy, the smile that brings into on your face. Or you can imagine it. Imagine an amazing trip to the place that you always wished, and you're already there. How does it make you feel? So connect to that amazing place. Shift your awareness now towards an useful thinking. Change the movie from your mind. And once you have it, just allow yourself to come back and enjoy the rest of the day. It's just a simple few minutes process that it's taking you, and you are set up for a better day ahead. You are going to be more creative.
Sorry, how many minutes you said?
The minutes, it's 1 to 2 minutes. It's not too much. So it's the breathing, you can do it for 1 minute or 2 until you feel the full release, and then flip it and bring that beautiful memory or appreciation. Gratitude is an amazing tool to rewire yourself towards beneficial outcomes. So this was one of the tools, because as I mentioned, anxiety is a habitual pattern, it's a learned one. So what if we stop allowing fear to control our minds and you reclaim the control back in your mind? So in this case of anxiety, where you think and project the loop of what if into negative, it's an illusion. We create in our minds, and we all play on those worst case scenarios. So what if we step back and change that scenario? Change the movie that you're playing into your mind towards a more beneficial one. What if I will find ways to have a passive income? What if I have that increase of salary? What if I find my partner? What if my kids are well and safe? So change the movie that you're playing. You have it under your...
What if I found a dream job in my life, right? Because many now are scared about finding a job. Maybe it turned to be that you will find, or you will work, but the crisis gives you that opportunity, right? Somehow.
Exactly. Exactly. So what if I choose to see the beneficial part of this whole situation? Because there is, for many people, there are. When you choose to look into that perspective, because always the choice is in your hand. You get the choice to shift your thoughts every single second. You have the power.
Yeah.
So it's a choice how to react to certain situations, to all the situations. So you have the choice of how to react. So coming back, a tool that I would like to share during this time. So when you find yourself looping and looping in that unuseful what if, in an unuseful way, a negative way, just step back and breathe in, detach from that image, catch yourself. It's again a process. So all these exercises need to be repeated. It's not one time fix it all. The same way that habit of anxiety, of projecting fear towards the future has been learned, the same these tools are becoming part of yourself and are becoming a habit in the necessity when you repeat it, when you practice it on a daily basis or practice it every time you need it. So another tool that I would like to share with you is bilateral stimulation, bilateral brain stimulation. So it's a very simple technique that stimulates left and right brain. So it's so simple but very efficient. So you grab an object, you can grab a ball, you can grab your keychain, you can grab your pen, you can do it anywhere you are at that moment, in your office, in your house, on the way. Okay. So outside the house. Grab any object. Yeah, exactly. So it's that simple. So stop, take a deep breath, acknowledge where in your body, again, you have that feeling, that stress, that tension, and rate it from 1 to 10. And then start to shift and toss from left to right that object while you are looking at it. So you keep your eyes on, but you remember also to breathe, because breathing is essential. So instead of staying clenched and just looking like this, you just relax. Relax your shoulders, bring your object from left to right, and remember to inhale and exhale. And do this for 1 minute again. So you keep on doing it left and right. You follow it. You keep your eyes there. You breathe. and all of a sudden you feel yourself disconnected from that thought process. You are all of a sudden more calm, more relaxed. So stop, take a breath, and check. You might not that anxiety has disappeared, has vanished. Now, rate yourself again from 1 to 10 and see where you are. If it's the smallest part of it, it's still left in there. Continue for another minute, and you'll see magic happening. Because that's the power we have within. That's the power of our brain. So, by activating both hemispheres, we are spreading blood and electrical impulses throughout the brain. And this flows to our body and in the area of association and diffuse everything. So this allows more calm, more inspired thinking. Once you have that and you stepped out from that unuseful process, again, rewire it with positive outcome. Maybe again coming back to that imagination process, imagining how you feel having that dream job, how you feel being in the place that you wish, how you feel being with close friends and family, or bring to your memory a very pleasant, happy, joyful moment, and put that smile in your face and feel it all over your body. So it's the time to rewire again your brain. So every time after every technique that you release and detach, it's very useful to bring another positive memory, another moment where it feels joy, or just to imagine it, because our imagination is so strong.
Right.
Useful. And let me know about the time, because I can carry it over and over. I need to know how much time do we still have left.
I think we have still time, so we started a little bit late, right?
Yeah.
So just carry on. And I had a small question after that. I will ask it after you finish with your techniques.
No, you can ask me throughout
the bad spot.
I lost you for a second and then we connected.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I do hear you and I do see you.
Okay, so if you have that previous technique, so if you have that bad feeling somewhere, an anxiety or fear in your body, yes, then by moving the object from left to right, the object is associated with your fear, correct?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. No, it's just you can place it, you can give it, but to attach that, but it's not necessarily to attach the fear to the object.
I see.
It's
okay.
Just a movement. When you move the object from left to right, your brain and your focus becomes in the now moment. It's again bringing yourself into the now, when nothing happened. None of what you have talked about, it's real. So you're in the now moment where you're safe and secure. Placing this, it's connecting and helping your brain to dissociate from that, to interrupt that pattern.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
So another tool that is very useful and I love it. It's called Faster EFT. So and you can find a lot of more insights on the fastereft.com. I'm also a practitioner of the first EFT tool by Gary Craig. But this one, I find it a bit faster, and we are in these times when we want something fast, something quick to have as a tool. So this fast EFT, it's focusing on tapping on the main meridian of acupuncture and also using your words. So it's involving your energy and your emotions, in the same time your psychological words. So it's as simple as it can be. Again, you need to rate. You need to identify where in your body you have that feeling. Rate it from 1 to 10. how intense is that for me now? So once you have the intensity, the tapping points are here, and you just simply start with letting go. So let go. It's okay to let go. Let go. With tapping in between your eyebrows. Let go. On the side, let go. Under the eye, let go. Under the nose, let go. Chin, let go. On the collarbone, it's safe to let go.
Safe to let go.
It's safe to let go. Then we take a deep breath, we grab our wrist, and we say peace. Peace. So this is one round. So I advise you to do this again for 1 minute or so, to repeat it several times, at least 3 rounds at the beginning, and scale yourself. See where you are, how you feel right now, because this is a process that is helping you to flip from that unuseful thought process to a very useful one. You start to have realizations, and you find solutions more easier. So it brings you in a state of calm, clarity, relaxed state from where you take your decision in a much better way. Because when you are in that state of anxiety, if you, it might happen to you, it happened to me, to rush into decisions, to have fights with people, and realize that you wish to be, you haven't had said those words. We haven't had taken those decisions in that tensioned moments. So tapping again. So tapping starts from let go, here, let go, in between your eyebrows, on the side, under the eye, under the nose, chin, and collarbone.
It's safe to let go.
Let go. Every time you tap each point, you say let go, or it's safe to let go, or I choose to let go, because the choice is in our hand. We get to choose every time. I choose to let go. And you grab your wrist, take a deep breath, and peace. Once you reach to that state of well-being or feeling good, calmer, again, you add a positive memory up to it, or you imagine, or you give appreciation to things that you already have in your life. Every time, as I mentioned, after every tool that you're using, you release what needs to be released, and you're calmer, more creative, more in touch with yourself. You rewire yourself, your brain, you reprogram your brain, bringing in that memory, that gratitude, a situation from the future that we imagine in a very useful way, in a very positive way, with beneficial outcomes. So that's very easy, and again, it's not taking yourself too long. It's a tool that you do it. It's okay if you miss certain point, you're not doing in the same. It's important to do it. So you just let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Collarbone, let go, peace, and bring that beautiful memory that you have from childhood, from gathering, from wherever you might have it. But that memory that brings you joy inside and outside. So that's another tool. So again, you need to rate and see how it is going. So another tool that I would like to share with you is the one, for example, you might be somewhere and you need to do it in a safe place. This one is not to be done while you're driving. So if you are in that state, pull over and give yourself a few minutes to practice this following technique. So the technique is about, if you're in the office, or you are in your house, or you are in the nature, in a safe and sound environment, what you need to do is just allow yourself to relax and find a spot in front of you. And you need to lift a bit your chin. So your head is a bit lifted somewhere up, and you start to look at that point. You keep your eyes steady, but in the same time you start to activate your peripheral vision. So you allow your vision to extend as much as possible. Then in front, on the sides, then lift with your eyes looking up on the ceiling, on the sky, wherever you are, and see with your mind's eye even what's the space behind you. Breathe out. So this technique is just very simple and useful. You can use it everywhere except while you are driving. So nobody will say you just can say about you just she or he is daydreaming, nothing more or less. So keep your eyes a bit ahead, up, and just allow your peripheral vision. I will have just a drink. A glass of water.
Christina, of course you cut a little bit here. So can you hear me? You cut a little bit. Can you hear me good?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. So after you do the spot up, then you imagine the peripheral. So expand to the peripheral vision. Then what was the next moment? You see back behind you.
You expand it to the top of your head, and then you feel the whole space around you.
Okay.
And the disconnection is happening between that thought process.
And then the space behind you at the end, right?
Yes, the whole space then, the whole space together.
The whole space. Oh, okay, okay. I see.
Yeah, so these are a few tools that you can use it by yourself anytime. It's handy, it's not taking too much out of your time, and it's your choice by the end of the day to step out and change your perspective, to change and shift. We get every single second the choice of change. So what if we change towards the better? What if we focus on that? I'm here also to say that it's important also to acknowledge those negative situations, because we are human beings and we are not only happy all the time. We have low moods as well, and that's normal. But it's important to acknowledge those low moments, those low negative and unuseful thoughts, and to ask, okay, is this useful for me? Is this beneficial? Is there any lesson that I need to learn out of it? The answer will be no, and for sure, and then let it go. If the answer is yes, okay, what's the lesson? Is there any purpose for this to still be here? Because until right now, it limited me. It did not help me to go further in this way. So we have the choice. The choice is, I want to stress on this again, it's a good stress, but the choice is always in our hand and can be done by anyone when that desire is there and the choice is there. So I can share a few more tools, or let me know about the time here.
Yeah, we want more tools. So whatever you have prepared for us, please, we want to hear it, because many people will watch later as well, I'm sure.
Okay, so another tool comes from NLP. It's a tool that we use, and I use it with many clients. So again, when you are finding yourself in that loop of what if something goes wrong, what if I have that, what if I lose my job, what if I have a car, what if, again, step back and find where in your body is that feeling. For me, it's normally when I get into those, I find myself here in this area.
And the stomach.
in the stomach. Okay, and ask yourself, get more information about that. If you have it in your stomach, what's the color of it? Is there any movement? Yes or no? Is there any sound of it? Is there any, maybe, taste of it? Any smell? Involve all your senses to connect to that feeling that's inside of you. So that, and once it's there, you got in touch with it. Just imagine, because if there is a movement, let's say it's moving, spiraling on a certain direction, imagine yourself spiraling on the opposite direction and pulling it out. So spiraling it out. Change the direction of that movement and take it out. Fully out of your body, and release it out. You can just, once you have it and you feel it, have it fully pulled out, you release it out in the universe to be transformed, transmuted, and to be changed into a beneficial outcome, into more love, light. So just to be transformed. And then you can spiral back, more light, more love, happiness, whatever good feeling you want to feel, and bring it back to yourself. So just push and send it back into your body. So this is another way of doing it at your own pace, and you'll see amazing changes. Another tool, so
on your throat, do you start from your throat, push it back into your body?
From where you, so if depending where you have it in your body, you said you have it in your stomach, right?
Yeah.
So once you release it and you release it out in the universe, out in the nature, where it's to be transformed and transmuted, you just bring the other on the same place, the other good feeling. Bring it back in the same place and start spreading it all over your body. That good feeling. From the top, from that place, up, down, left and right, circulating throughout your entire body. In the same way, again, another tool is when you find yourself in that spiral of what if, another tool is, for example, to allow, to close your eyes, get grounded, and just allow to collect anything and everything that is stressful, that you feel unuseful in your body, bring it up from down and towards your hands. Collect anything and everything from down, up, going towards your hands, and from up, down to your hands, going to your fingers. Collect everything.
Hello.
Hi again. We lost the connection and reconnected.
Okay, Christina. Actually, what I heard, so the moment that I was disconnected was when we were in this. So when we closed the eyes, and then we were imagining. Sorry, I'm trying to go back in the technique. So when we were imagining that feeling, the color, the taste of it, right? So where does it sit? How does it look? This is where I got disconnected. I don't know if the other people had the same experience, but this is where I got.
Okay, so we are at that one because we. Okay, so rewiring and going back to that one, it was connecting where you feel that feeling, color, and you sense it. So it's again rating it and getting in touch, and it's beneficial to be done with your eyes closed because you disconnect from the external and you connect with the internal world, and you notice even more what's happening inside. You can do it with eyes closed as well, but it's much more beneficial to have your eyes closed. So you're connecting with that color, with that shape. If there's you ask questions, if there's yourself questions, if there is any shape, is there any color, is there any smell, taste of it. Once you acknowledge and understood that and see the movement of it, you need to, if it's moving in, let's say like this, you shift and move it on the opposite. Yeah. So you shift.
I got that, yeah.
You shift and move it on the opposite. And you move it towards outside your body. So you remove it fully and until you feel it fully out of your body. So once it's fully out, you allow, you can imagine even throwing it out. And then once that space is left, that's in there, you imagine bringing inside a much joyful sensation, a much more beneficial feeling. As I said, a memory, a gratefulness, and maybe a color that you are feeling comfortable with, you really enjoy it. You bring that into the inside world, having that within.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. So we are. I thought we got disconnected when we are also another way of doing it when we're in that spiral. Just to step out, disconnect from there, and just to allow to have everything gathered from down towards from the from the bottom of your feet up to your body towards your hands, and from top from your hands from your head down to your hands. And collect everything, allow everything to be gathered into your hands, from top down to your hands, in your palms, and from the bottom all the way up, coming up into your palms. And feel those unuseful, stressful feelings, sensations, emotions being gathered in your hands. And once you have collected everything that needs to be released out of your body, mind, spirit, from there you just throw it out or just smash it on the ground to be fully dissipated, knowing that it's fully vanished. So this is another way of so I can keep on going. Like, for example, you can be the director of your own movie, knowing that you have all the control, all the switches, all the buttons for that movie, and to shift again from that movie to be like a director. Like, imagine yourself being on the production where you have the tools, and shift and change, lower the volume, increase the volume, whatever, and to turn that movie into a more beneficial one. So bring in the actors, the people that brings you joy, brings you good mood, or just can be yourself or with your pet or yourself in the nature. So you are the director of your own movie. You are in control. So that's the main message I want to send. It's that in this, sometimes we get overwhelmed because it's not an easy period that we are going through. But also we can make out of it. We can manage to shift our perception, to shift from that low mood to bring us up to a better version of ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer it.
Okay. I don't see any questions, but we were disconnected. So there were people on the call before. So anyway, so under the post that you will create on your wall, I will be sharing as well. And we can encourage any questions that they can ask after we finish that video live. And any questions, so please feel free to answer, to ask. And Christina is here to answer as well. Christina is specialized in emotional intelligence, again, in sleep talk for kids. So she has NLP and so neuro-linguistic programming study, and as well hypnosis. So she is highly qualified with a lot of experience as well with dealing with stress, anxiety, and everything that is related to nowadays to timing that we are living in. So please feel free to reach out for help. We are here for you. Christina, anything else you want to add as a final note?
That should be also what I wanted to share is that we are going together through this period, but we are not all in the same boat. So that's why I want to emphasize that what my approach is, it's individual, it's tailor-made. It's not one size fits all, because we are going to the same period, but through different boats, different aspects, different situations. So again, all these tools are being adapted, adjusted to each and every one of us.
So you follow a very individual approach, and also you have you can give some special as well, some special offers,
of course,
through that call or after that call.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know that you've mentioned something.
Yeah. During these times, I have a variety of programs, from anxiety programs, the release of anxiety, and to lead yourself towards a better life, to fulfill your goals and desires, to weight management, quit smoking, many other. Sleep talk for kids, it's a mindfulness program that is used by parents with their children. So there are many tools that can be used, and many aspects that can be covered, and getting the help with it towards a better life. So it's for these packages, I will offer for all the people that are coming from mentioning the wellness, world wellness, exactly, it will be a discount of 20% of all the packages. So
thank you so much, Christina. So with that also being said, so we encourage everybody to reach out for help, and we are here for everyone's requests. And we know that the times are very challenging, but however, we know that we are coming up much stronger, much resilient, and much wiser, isn't it, Christina?
Exactly. That's the whole point, to become every experience is allowing us to become out, as you mentioned, much stronger, more wiser, more prepared for the what's coming next.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Christina, to be my guest tonight. So looking forward to have that recorded and posted on your wall, and then I will repost it again to share those amazing tools that you already shared with us. And so everybody can do it as well, one or twice more alone.
Just a quick note, what happened, it will be 2 movies, because we got disconnected, fully disconnected from the previous one, and we got back live again on this one. So there will be like 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, like we did the retreat. So it will be something like this. It will be a certain tools on the first part, and on the other part, the rest of the tools that we mentioned here.
Great, yes. So follow Christina, and follow also my channel. We'll be posting soon on our retreat, so the retreat online that you could purchase and watch on your own. And there is a lot of other techniques and tools that you can also take advantage of on your own speed, at your own time. Thank you so much. Have an amazing evening.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.